Hi everybody, it's me, Angel Benton. Oh, did I cut myself shaving? I think I might. Is that blood? No, gosh, I did cut myself shaving. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, anyways, my name is Angel Benton, and this is Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television, and we do a few reality shows on the side. For now. And one of the reality shows that we're doing is Vanderpump Rules, because you know I love that show. And here's something that I really enjoy about that show. First of all, I love all of the famous fans of the show because it's crazy. It is absolutely I love it. I love it. It's fucking adorable. So, okay. Chrissy Teigen, who is like major Miss Supermodel of the world, right? Who's also on Lip Sync Battle with LL Cool J, and married to John Legend, and they've got kids together. You know, she's so fierce, and I love her because she is not afraid to make a controversial statement. And she put out this tweet on Twitter saying how if you like a show, you need to talk about that show now while it's still on the air so that it doesn't get canceled. Like Vanderpump Rules. You think that shit's getting canceled? That shit's never getting canceled. Well, first of all, I hope you're right because I do love that show immensely. Second of all, I think that goes double for the soaps. And what's unfortunate is that you have your ABC soap watchers, your CBS soap watchers, and your NBC soap watchers. In this day and age, you need to be an all soap watcher and you need to promote all fucking soaps. You've got to. You've got to. Please. I mean, I'm trying my best to do one person at a time to try to get people into watching the soap operas because they're so great. But, you know, we'll see. I mean, the daytime digital dramas are actually coming up, and that's why I'm actually excited because I'm going to start doing the daytime digital dramas as well. And the daytime digital dramas are dramas that are on like Netflix, Amazon, Hulu. Like they're online. They're not on any network. They're not on television. They're online. Now, I have an Amazon television, so I can actually watch the internet through the television, so I am totally doing that. Okay, so, having said that, let's talk about this past week's episode of Vanderpump Rules. So, anyways, support the soaps. Support the soaps, please, please. Okay, so Vanderpump Rules. This week, you know, so last week Jax broke up with Brittany finally. And this week we sort of saw the fallout from that. So first of all, so Brittany storms out, gets in an Uber, and takes off, right? So then Jax goes over to Tom Sandoval and Katie because they live in the same building. I'm wondering what building that they live at. I think they live at Park La Brea, because that's close by Sir, and it's kind of relatively nice, and I think they can afford it. That's where I think they live, at Park La Brea, but I'm not quite sure. Did I ever tell you about the time that I actually... Okay, so this is a little bit stalkerish of me, and I can't believe I'm going to admit this on camera, but it's true. So, okay, Ryan Cabrera, right? If you don't remember who Ryan Cabrera is, as I have learned, most people don't know who he is. He was a very popular singer in the early 2000s. He dated Ashley Simpson and was on her reality show. He also dated Audrina Patridge for The Hills. But now that we know that The Hills was fake, I don't know how much I believe of that relationship. And he also dated Lisa Marie Presley's daughter, Riley Keough. And she was only 17 at the time, which makes me go, but whatever, he's gorgeous. He is the hottest thing ever, right? So, because I keep my ear to the ground and I know how to pick up a visual cue, I figured out what apartment complex he was living in. Now, this was back in like 2004, right? Right when I first got my car. I found out what apartment complex he was living in, and I totally lied on my my leasing application to get into this same complex. And I did. I got in. Now, what's hilarious is that now I only saw Ryan Cabrera at the actual place one time. And let me tell you, I swear to God, he probably would have taken out a restraining order on me if the one time I saw him, he was in his truck, which was super hot. Like, that gave me a boner already. And then he's coming out as I'm coming in, and I scream so loud. It is a good thing my windows were rolled up, because he would have totally taken a restraining order out against me right then and there. And then what really pissed me off was that like 2 months after I lived there, he moved out and got a house in the Hollywood Hills. And I was like, I had 10 more months of a lease that I couldn't afford. But I got through it. I did the whole lease 1 year. That was enough. And then I moved out. So that's just, I don't know why I decided to tell that story. But anyways, I just thought I would. Okay, so on Vanderpump Rules, so Katie and Tom had Jax over as a visitor, and Jax tells him that he broke up with Brittany. And you know what I love about this? Katie actually immediately calls Brittany, and it goes to voicemail. And so she says it went right to voicemail. So then Katie texts Brittany to find out if she's doing okay. Brittany says that she really doesn't want to see anyone from SUR. So she hangs out with Ariana and Sheena, which is funny because they both work at SUR. But it would have been nice, well, I guess, it would have been nice to actually see her hang out instead with Stassi. No, she didn't hang out with Ariana and Sheena at first. She hung out with Kristen, and she said she didn't want to see anyone from SUR. Now, Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live sort of pointed out that Stassi does work at SUR now, but as the event planner. So I guess that it would make sense. I was thinking, God, well, why didn't she have Stassi come over too? It would have been really great because she doesn't work at SUR, but she kind of does. So, okay. All right, I get that. But then afterwards, she hangs out with Ariana and Sheena, and they go somewhere, and then Adam shows up, and she's very flirty with Adam, but Adam is such a nice guy. Like, he is the anti-Jax. Like, you know how they have, like, you know how you have your anti-vaxxers who don't want to vaccinate their children, which is, I'm sorry, but I think that's ridiculous. I really do. Because for all you people that think that vaccinating leads to autism, like, how many generations of children have been vaccinated and have not had autism? Like, not just my generation, the generation before that, the generation before that. I mean, really. It's, don't get me started on that. That is ridiculous. Vaccinate your kids. It's not that difficult. Okay, if you don't want to vaccinate them all at once when you're a baby, that's fine. But don't not vaccinate them ever. I mean, like, really, seriously, it's ridiculous. It is, okay. That's my political moment. Normally I don't get political, but I'm a little bit red because I have been drinking. But normally I don't get political, but you know what? I do enjoy, okay, here's the thing. Nancy Lee Grahn from General Hospital, I don't love, but she is like, every single post is political. But what I love about Nancy Lee Grahn is that bitch actually walks the walk and she talks the talk. Because lots of people that I know on Facebook are always, bitching about the president, but they're not saying anything about the congressional and senatorial nominees that could upset the balance of power, between the Democrats and the Republicans. So it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, really shut the fuck up. But she doesn't. She hypes all kinds of crazy candidates that are nowhere close to where she is, but she wants a Democratic blue wave. So I give her credit for that. She gets snaps from me for that. And I know this is going to sound really random and crazy, But I love Eric Braeden from Young and the Restless. He is hilarious. Not hilarious, but I love how whenever there's a school shooting, he gets fired up and gets right on Twitter and he gets all bitter and he's like, listen, fuck the NRA, And then I guess some lady had told him how to celebrate Labor Day or something, and he was pissed off about that too. He's like, bitch, my whatever, what fought in World War II was a bomber and his name was so-and-so, so don't you dare tell me that I don't know how to celebrate Labor Day. I was like, I am living for Eric Braeden on Twitter. He is hilarious. Okay. Anyways, so this actually was not the last episode of Vanderpump Rules. Lala had her show, and the show went fine. She did great. James didn't upstage her. She did a great show, and she loved Stassi's design for the show. So it was actually a really fun night. That was actually the least dramatic part of the entire evening. I don't know about season, but it was definitely the least dramatic part of the entire evening. So I'm very curious to see how there's one more episode. So I guess we'll see what the season finale holds for us. But I also want to mention really quick that I have this gift bag. Autographed by most of the cast at General Hospital. And it is on sale. And 100% of the proceeds are going to AIDS Project Los Angeles. So please click on the link inside the description of the video to make a bid. So you can support our soaps as well as provide for someone that has HIV and AIDS. It's very important. Okay, thank you so much for following me. I appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Pump Rules to talk Vanderpump Rules, or you can also hashtag Drag Race or RPDR to talk RuPaul's Drag Race, because that's coming up next. And you can also hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every day. Give this video a thumbs up. And then while you're there, you can also look around for my Story Time with Angel Benton series, where I tell stories about my life, including, which I did a couple today, actually, in this episode. But that's just a treat for all of my watchers that watch every single episode. For those of you that don't, you can watch those episodes, because those is when I tell stories about my life not having anything to do with television. So thank you so much for logging on today. Have a great day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.